Josh. Josh Dway's already in the chat here in Instagram Live. Good to see you, buddy. Him and his lady friend wore their masks that their Biden masks. I got them during the debates. Obviously, welcome to the GDP Live. I'm Pat George. I'm here in the W. Robertson Memorial Caddick. I'm talking to my friend Josh Dway here. Wonderful comedian, hilarious dude. And and we were talking, or he was saying that they him and his lady friend were their girlfriend. Sorry, I don't lady friend. I don't know what's the accepted term. His spouse, not spouse. I don't know. Whatever. Boo, bae. Wore their masks to the polls, and the masks they're talking about are Biden masks that I got them, that are like they're like a special not special, like they look like Beetle. I said he looked like Beetlejuice essentially. So hold on a second, I got it. Okay, Josh, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I'm trying to say. Sorry, I'm trying to share everything here. Make sure everybody gets all the links and everything. Don't want to do everything on the computer. Girlfriend, boss, yeah. Josh is awesome. Josh, how you doing today? How is it? What are you doing this weekend? I'm ready. I'm excited. This is the last show of the week. I set a goal. I wanted to do at least 3 live shows this week. And so far so good. It's been a lot of fun. I've had a lot of cool conversations with people. Bowie joined us on our last show live. Like, she just kind of zoomed in off. I finally figured out the Instagram audio, so hopefully that'll be something that I can go forward as far as doing. So Josh, if you wanna join, you don't have to, but if you'd like to, you can request to join, and I'll accept it, and then you'll be on audio on YouTube, but you will be on video through the Instagram. But I don't save that video anyway. This is the same old. But it's basically the masks that I got them were Beetlejuice masks, because I said he had a tie like Beetlejuice. It's weird to wear. It's weird. We all brought it up, like the fact that we can't recall the last time like a fucking candidate didn't wear either blue or red ties. And so when I was at, I think it was like Joann's or Michael's or some craft store, I found these masks that were black and white stripes, pinstripes, and they wore them there because of. Did anybody win yet? I don't know. I don't know if anybody won yet. Anybody win? Hopefully. I don't know. I know that there's going to be a lot of recounting and a lot of things like that, but I'm personally proud of my accomplishment of succeeding my goal. 3 live shows. Well, so far, so good. I'm 4 minutes into this one, pretty much. But this is I had a weird day yesterday. Not day like the whole day, but just near the end of the day. I've like created a schedule for myself. I actually had to like write my schedule, like, because I wanted to start being more structured and stuff like that. Like again, lots of goals, lots of self-assessment, lots of trying to improve my life and stuff like that, be better at all things, you know what I mean? Level up in every realm if possible, and consistency, stuff like that. So like, making yourself a schedule, lists, stuff like that helps a lot of times. But I feel like like sometimes I just get like, I'll get home and I'll just go like, like I don't know. I think that's like, I don't, again, not diagnosed, and I'm not trying to self-diagnose or anything like that. Hell yeah, Josh. But there's a weird like anxiety, or like it's probably anxiety, depression, something like that. But like it's weird because we have this board in the house that like it's a weird like word board, like you've probably everybody does, like I'm sure something, there's like plenty of influencers I'm sure that write inspirational stuff on it. We like to write inspirational stuff to each other because again, we're Dom and I, my wife, we are all about self-improvement, all about self assessment, stuff like that, and like words kind of help with us, if you can sum it up in a good quote, a lot of times, not that that's what we'll live our life by, but it helps us learn lessons. Maybe I think we learn kind of similar, not exactly the same, but she wrote something on there that's like, even if you're anxious, you can still do it, or something like that. I can't. Again, it's one of those things that it's like in the bathroom. I could probably just go grab it, but it's a thing that like we keep in there to like, I don't know, like it's messages to each other, and like I don't know if that one was necessarily for me or if it was for her, but either way, it helps, and I feel like that's a good thing that like I think people can do for anybody in their life. You know what I mean? Like write each other notes. Like not that like you don't have to be like oh you my precious blah blah blah, but like I do you, like because I there's things where like you can easily shut down. I figured out that anxiety is like I thought anxiety was like spazzing out, but like it's shutting down. Like you know what I mean? Like I've done that plenty of times where you get so anxious. Like it used to be eating feelings, but then it kind of I think it transfers or morphs into something else. But it's never. I always thought depressed was boo-hoo, I'm sad. You know, I'm gonna cut myself. You know, Papa Roach lyrics, yada yada yada. I listen to Korn. I love Tool. You know, I'm goth. I don't know. I don't know. Like I always thought it like meant like I've never been like a sad like I don't know. It's because I'm dumb, like I'm oblivious kind of thing. But the more you like, I feel like the older you get, the more you realize like what reality is. The more depressed, and I think a lot of people are in a really depressed place right now. But like, you know, like, you know, hey, put some lotion on. Go out, face the day. You know, do it. Make a list. Because that's the thing, is it's not always about overcoming like the obstacles. I feel like it's a lot of times like utilizing them. You know, if you have OCD, you know, you could turn it into a profession. You know, if they're to an extent, obviously. If it's, I'm not saying like I'm not obviously advocating mental illness is you could turn it into a business. I don't think you could necessarily say like, well, I have this crippling anxiety and I'm gonna open a law firm. Right? Like it's not it doesn't translate like that. I'm just saying that like you can figure out ways to navigate it, or the way to like when it comes up, how to handle it, not necessarily how to live with it, not necessarily how to beat it. And it's not a thing like that. So something like that, again, shout out to my wife for a wonderful message that when I read it, maybe I don't remember it, but when I read it, it helps. So help somebody out there, because it got me here. It got me to streaming 3 days in a row, figuring out the Instagram audio on the third day. That's not bad. Third live show, I figured out officially how to have calls. I can have video. I can have you talk. I can talk. What, you know what I mean? You can chat along on YouTube. Some stranger came through yesterday when I was talking with Dom, and he was making fun of my pink mic. I don't know. Maybe it's a phallic thing. I understand that. I get that. It kind of looks like a wiener, but I got good audio here. Hold on. It might sound better if I unplug this. This might be better. I don't know if you guys are getting a buzz through there, but either way, you know, I'm figuring it out. I got some new drops. Mike O'Donnell recommended.
Fuck 'em.
That's what I say. That's what I say. If anybody tries to tell me they don't like it, well, actually, I would just say like, hey, you know, if they're honest, you know, if they're giving me feedback, I like feedback. But if you're just gonna be a hater because of my mic,
fuck 'em. Fuck 'em.
Right? Got some of those. So I'm figuring out which drops actually work practically, in which I just wanted, because like, again, a lot of it's Irishman heavy with the drops. Until I get other recommendations or other thing. Oh, here we go. Josh is here. Hold on. There we go. Going live with Josh. Turn audio up. Hey. All right, we're waiting for him to connect. What up, buddy? How's it going?
What's good, Pat? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you? Hold on, let me turn this up a little.
I'm doing good. Sorry it took so long. Like you just started talking like about the good stuff, about the positive messages, and I was starting to listen. I was like, oh shit, I'm supposed to be getting ready.
No, I appreciate it. I appreciate you making the time. and joining because it's one of those things. I like I said, it's a weird anxious feeling I get. Like it's a weird anxious thing that like I'm gonna go live because it's like self doubt, it's self hate. It's this weird thing where like it's like because I'm like who the fuck cares? Do you know what I mean? Like and literally if one person but especially if that one person is Josh Dway.
Nah.
Do you know what I mean? Like if you're taking the time, like that to me. Now we got a fucking show. You know what I mean? I could stretch for a couple hours. It might not be the best fucking content in the world, and I may not be super proud of it, but the fact that that happened, I find that incredibly flattering, and thank you so much for saying that.
Pat, you giving me too much credit, bro. Like, you don't understand. Like, we wore the damn Beetlejuice mask. Like, Pat, I fuck with you so hard.
I was trying to find the picture. I don't know why I couldn't find it. It was like, but oh, what's up going on? How's it going? Hi. Sorry, more people here.
Yeah,
but like there like it means something. Like I don't know. Like you say too much credit. I don't think I give you too much credit. I feel like I give you the like I appreciate your opinion. There's people that like I appreciate like their input. I appreciate that, but like the insight and stuff like that because I love I'm glad that you're here. Hey, Jib Jab, what's going on, buddy? But they're like I feel like to me like I love our conversations, and our conversations like the fact that we're actually like streaming this now like we should have been doing this the whole fucking time. Do you know what I mean? This might be What do we say we might be doing? We might do the Buddha Boys but with like a Z.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like backward hat Buddha Boys. Because I'm hip, I'm cool. You know what I mean?
Bro, you fucking amazing, Pat, man.
But
outside of conversation, bro, I just love everything that we have, man. Like, just your comedy, bro. Like, you already know I'm a huge fucking fan of everything you do, bro. You just make it just so much better. And it's lighthearted, bro. Like, you're a comedian talking about positivity. Like,
yeah. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good, bro. Like, people just don't understand how depressing our field can, and I just admire that, bro.
Yeah. And that's a, like, that's the thing. I don't think there's a I appreciate it, Jib. there's a thing like I want to be as honest as possible, and that's where I'm at. Like that's the thing is that I think that's the thing with most comics is the fact that like you want to be as honest as possible whenever you can, and like sometimes people don't like that, and like a lot of people think this shit is lame as fuck. Like you know what I mean? Like they think, oh, your wife leaves you inspirational. I don't know where I have a bookmark. I have a book that I'm reading right now. There's a book that I'm reading right now.
I gotta get to.
Yeah, I got that bookmark is firmly placed in there. It's a bookmark, but there's a note in there to from Dom. And she made it's like, you know, like I'm so proud of you, I love you, blah blah blah, and like I literally keep I keep every card. If you send me a card, Ashley Pontius, you know, comic shout out to Ashley Pontius. She has sent us like when our cat died, she sent us a fucking card. I say I will save that card because it means something to me. You took the time to write, like to think of me long enough to write something down. I'm not getting broken up. I literally just lost my voice. I'm not getting broken up.
Sure.
No. Hold on a second now. I do not. My cat died, Josh. No. But you took the time to write something down and fucking put a stamp on it.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like, and fucking mail it. You know? I don't know.
Nah, I'm with you, man. Because people, it's not a given now. People don't take the time out to do just simple human things. Like you telling me your cat died. You hear, oh, I hope you get better. It's not somebody sit down and be like, damn, what did the cat mean to you? Like, I'm with you, man. Yeah. Just going that extra mile means a lot in today's world.
Yeah, and you do that for me, and I want to do that for you. Like, I want to do that for a rising tide. What I say, I try to say it all the time. A rising tide raises all ships.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if and a lot of times people are scared to ask for help, and a lot of times people are scared to ask or to be honest or to be vulnerable in that way. And like again, like I said, people don't fuck with that. They don't like people that are like positive or shoot for positivity. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm a negative guy. You know that. but like me, like personally, like I'm trying to be I'm trying to be better. Do you know
Mhm.
what I mean?
No, I hear you, bro. And you are doing better, bro. Not saying you were doing bad before, but like you can just tell even in your aura, like once you started the Brazilian jiu-jitsu and
Yeah.
you ain't long hair Pat no more, like you can
Yeah.
just tell.
I've emerged from my cocoon. I even shed the beard for a little bit there at quarantine, and not because of quarantine. It was a little bit before. I shaved my beard for the first time since I was like 21. So like
Yeah.
there's definite. We were joking about it yesterday with Knock Bowie, another local comic from Lancaster. That I was saying that I personally feel like every mail-in ballot should have an eighth of mushrooms with it. And everybody should have to do mail-in ballots. And we give you plenty of time. And you just
Yes.
eat those mushrooms and you just think about it for a good long time. And we'll check. We'll piss test you. If you do not, I don't know if that, I don't think mushrooms comes up in piss test, but
Do
like,
you know how many bad trips would have happened in '08? White people just taking the fucking mushrooms. They're like, are we gonna elect a black president? What if he incites revenge?
no. I don't think so. No, they'll be like, wait, we're gonna have a black president. Why am I scared of that? And then they're gonna go, and then that more doors open up. We're gonna have shaman. We'll have shaman. We'll have door-to-door shaman. We're gonna figure it out, Josh. I just want reform. That's what I'm saying. I just want there to be change, you know?
Yeah. Oh my god, bro. No, that's funny though. That's hilarious. I could see that. That would get us quicker to the Civil War if we did mushrooms.
I don't. I hate this whole. I understand the Civil War talk, but I'm terrified because it's like it's one of those things where you're literally seeing it play out right now, where there's like 50-50, but it's not split up like the North and South. This looks like those autism bumper stickers. That's what America looks like, is an autism bumper sticker right now. And that's not a dig at the autism. I'm just saying that's what it looks like right now. That's how fucking
with the map, yeah.
Like
so
this one, we just don't know. Like there's a couple still that they're like, we still don't know who they like the more. Like I mean, they're like, there's the more. I just said the more. I don't know what that means, but I don't know. There's a weird like. There's a weird inconsistency that I feel like even if Biden gets reelected, we'll go back to we're faking it, you know, for a little while or whatever, and we can start, because I know that Oregon just did you hear they I know you probably read they legalized all fucking drugs.
Yeah, it's gonna be an Amsterdam in the USA, man.
Man, oh man. Oh, is prostitution legal there too?
Nah, not yet. Yeah, only in
close.
Las Vegas. But it's only like a 10-hour drive.
Yeah. You can just hop in. I mean, honestly, if you take enough drugs in Oregon, you won't even remember the trip to Vegas.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And then by that time, you can just you're up. Then you're up. You know what I mean? Jared McCauley's here.
Up this pussy, man. What's up, Jared?
But there's like I feel like there, and I think there's also a couple states that like changed or like voted for reform of the electoral college and stuff like that too, right? So like that's the kind of shit that I'm like, all right, cool. Now we're voting on that shit. Cool, let's do it.
You was talking about like the gray area in the Civil War, right? And it just like sparked something in my head. Imagine living in Maine. The Civil War happened, and like you're walking through those districts. Because remember, Maine got 4 votes, but you got to win it based on the county. Like, could you imagine? That would be nervous because you're like, damn, I went from District 3, they was blue, now District 4 is like red.
I feel like we should be betting. I don't know. Like, I mean, like there should be like there's got to be running odds in Vegas. Like, there's lots of people there's people that are taking this super seriously and like getting emotional and like lashing out on friends. Like people, it's so funny because everybody was like, I can't wait for election day and all of this will be over. And it's like. And like the closer it's getting, people are like, "Oh my god, it's all like 2 more days. Oh my god, 2 more days." And I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, I think this is just how things are. Like that like that's not the temporary normal. It's the new. This is new, baby. This is still has a new smell to it. We are all still smelling this shit, and we're like, this sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm 100% with you,
But
man.
that
People think, God,
go for it. Yeah, sorry.
no, I was just gonna say I'm 100% with you. Like this is a new normal, and especially like me living in Philly, and I'm looking down and I'm seeing what's going on like in Center City and stuff. Is just like, bro, people aren't going back. You know, people aren't going to sit here and just be passive anymore. And you find it ironic that it's like the areas that's coming down to are like these more black populated cities, you
Yeah.
know, not being divisive, but now it's all cheating and stuff like that. It's like, no, I see it as an inspiration. The communities are starting to get involved now in the voting.
Yeah. And that really is what like it's. I voted. I voted for I usually I was registered in Florida because I did vote I think once or twice in Florida. Yeah, I voted the second term for George W. Bush. I voted for Kerry, and then what's up, Ron? How's it going, bruh?
Yeah, right.
And I also voted for Obama the first time, and then after that, I was like, all right, cool, you guys got it. You know, I was one of those people that was like, yeah, black president, we got it, we did it, nice. And I was thinking like we pushed the boulder kind of over the hill, and now it's gonna start rolling. You know what I mean? Like that's what I genuinely thought, and then was like, ah, damn it, and it starts rolling back. You're like, fuck.
Did it roll back hard though, bro? Yo,
Woo.
that time during Obama presidency,
Yeah.
that shit was brewing. And oh, they hit us with a big one, but hey, we showed out. I'm looking at this. They could complain all they want, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been acting a fucking fool, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah. It's like I don't know. Like I when I registered this year because and it was like everybody goes like, oh, you're a sheep. You're just doing whatever. But it's also like I probably should have been doing this the whole time, and I'm late. Like if the odds are I think like every other person, or I've just been lazy my whole life, I'm betting on lazy, bro. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna be lazy all day, every day for like. That's why I haven't read. That's why I don't know these. Like I voted. I did research, but I did my own research. Do you know what I mean? I figured out what I wanted out of these candidates, and the president one, like you also, I feel like the kind of research you have to do. Again, like I said, we were talking about it yesterday. Check out yesterday's episode with Knock. She had some really great insight. But like we were talking about like what should you vote for? Like, do you vote for yourself? Do you vote for your best interest? Truly, like if you're being honest, are you voting for the person that is for your best interest or for the best interest of your country? And like being honest, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's like I feel like it's a good mixture of both, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not 50-50. It's one. Hold on, do you hear like clicking?
Yeah, I don't know. Hold on.
Yeah.
It might be
technical difficulties.
Is it good?
This must be what the machines at the pool watchers are going through.
Yeah, right. Is it good? Do you hear it?
Nah, it went away. Everything's good.
I don't know what the fuck that was. Something touched. All right, sorry.
But I like to believe like I'm voting for the other person. You know what I'm saying? In the future. You know?
Yeah. You're voting for the future. Exactly. You're voting for what you want to see. Like I voted. Like I was thinking like generationally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I voted for. I did as much research as possible of like what also what research you could find. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's hard to fucking like some of these candidates, man. They had some like boring ass names. Not saying that like not that that's a thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like boring enough to like it was like like I don't know. One of them was like Jennifer Moore, I think, or something like that. And I was just like, you know how many fucking Jennifer Moores there are? You got to stand out somehow. Like if I'm going to Google, if I want to do research, obviously what am I going to do? Boom, boom, boom. This person's state representative or whatever. And like, if there's still more than 3 Jennifer Moores, it's like, I don't know who I'm researching right now.
Yeah, because that's such a common name. Like you could basically find a Jennifer Moore at least in every block.
Yeah. Of different ethnicities, of different of everything, ages, it doesn't matter. Like there's Jennifer Moores all over. So like, there was one name that did stand out that almost swayed me. I almost went third party for the presidency
Yeah.
Because first of all, Joe Jorgensen,
Yes.
I appreciate what is that? What's the where it's like the fuck, god damn it, where it's like a like she's like Joe Jorgensen's JJ. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What is it? Somebody, please,
Like
God.
it's a double, like a nickname or something.
No, well, it's like one of those things where like it's not phonetic, but it's something like that. I can't think of the term for it, but it's essentially. I'm very, like I said, very stupid man. But but her vice presidential candidate was. I don't even remember his first name. I remember his middle name because, first of all, I think he was the only one that has his full middle name on the ballot.
Yeah.
His middle name was Spike.
Jesus
And I was like,
Christ.
wow. And I was like,
Yeah.
that's close. But you know what? I got to vote. I gotta put out the fire.
Do you ever see a scenario where a third party president will win in this country?
Yeah, absolutely. Because there's a fear that I have that whatever happens at the end of this, like say Joe Biden again, I don't like doing the what if thing and like worrying about this, but I did have the genuine thought of like, yeah, why wouldn't if Trump lost here this time, which it looks like he's probably going to do, knock on wood, I think there's a possibility he could run as a third party next term. Not saying that he would win, but I'm just saying that that would be the closest because I know they were talking about that on another I think it was Jim and Sam or something like that. Like I think it was Ross Perot. I think was the last person that like came close. They got like 18% or something like that.
Oh.
So like I think Trump is at right now is, but I think at that point I don't think he would get 8. I don't think he would get still 50%. I think there's a lot of people that would be like, no, I'm only voting Republican. So like he would lose some for sure, but like he would probably be maybe in the 20s. You think like 25%?
Yeah.
Because
no, I can see that.
That's the representation. When people say like, oh, you can't hate all Trump people or whatever, there are some people that are just I'm voting Republican. Do you know what I mean? They're not necessarily a Trump person, but they're, you know what I mean? And I'm not by any means apologizing for any of those people or justifying what they do. But yeah. I think that's just as stupid as like just to say like, well, like I'm going to vote for this person because they're on my team kind of thing. Like just because, you know, there's got to be enough research. And if that's enough research that you're comfortable with, that's cool. But I don't think that's right. So like that's the basic thing of like, there's a lot of people that would vote for Trump that if he's running on the Republican ticket, like just because, oh, he's on my side, can't be a Democrat. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And again, I think that's a generational thing. There's got to be enough people that want there to be 3 or 4 or 5 parties represented on the ticket, like all the way through.
Yeah, the biggest problem that you're talking about is like you could see, and same thing with the media. It's like the loyalty bias. Mm-hmm. You know, I feel like you got to diversify who you're gonna vote for. The same way you got to diversify like the same party of news sources you listen to, because basically the same people that's watching Fox, they're voting for whoever Fox is telling them to vote regardless. And same thing with CNN, you know? Yeah. That's just how I see it.
Yeah, I actually did that yesterday. I did a test because I don't watch either. Usually. Mm-hmm. I usually don't care about either one. Yeah. But I checked out, I switched to, I think it was Fox News first, and then I went to CNN, and it said, Biden on the verge of presidency. Like literally was the thing on the bottom. I was like, whoa. Yeah. That kind of got my butthole. I was like, whoa, what? Just now? Like, I figure I would have heard something about that. Like, because Dom has been all over it. Dom has been like, she literally fucking took out a notepad yesterday and started doing like, you know that Always Sunny in Philadelphia, the thing of Charlie, where he's got all the things on the wall in the mailroom. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You know that meme? Yeah. Like that. Yeah. It was almost like that. She's like, oh, if he wins this one and this one and this one, he's going to be at this. And like, this is her first year. She is psyched about it, dude. This was like when she got excited about Ronda Rousey. This was like she was all of a sudden she's like, I like MMA, and I was like, okay, cool. Like let's like I love it. Like you can, because she used to always fall asleep, and it was because she was getting off of work a lot of times when we would watch the pay-per-views. But when Ronda Rousey came out, she's like, I fucking love this lady, and she was psyched. And she falls hard and she falls fast because, you know what I mean? Like I kept trying to tell her like, hey, it could go a different way. You have to prepare yourself for it. It could be bad. You know, I didn't want to happen what happened to everybody last year or last
Of
time.
course.
You know what I mean? Where everybody was crying and shit. Like, I don't want her to get that attached. Like, these are just people that have lied to you. Don't worry. They're going to lie to you now. They're going to lie to you tomorrow. Everything's fine.
Lie to you forever.
Right. You don't actually know or trust them, and nothing they do really, hopefully, will ever actually infect us. Again, maybe that's privilege. I absolutely know that. But hey, let's just enjoy it, please. Stop being so emotional, you know. But but we understood like the severity of it. Like she was definitely very very on edge about it, and I think a lot of people, obviously this year, a lot of people are like that, you know.
No, yeah, and it's rightfully so though. You know, it's good to the way I see it is like it's good to have that emotion because it's positive emotion. Because on the flip side, we got that very negative emotion that's rushing these polls, and it's not helping the poll watchers, you know, fucking count faster. Only thing that's gonna help them is some cocaine, but
yeah, cocaine. Again, somebody brought up a great. This is a great point. It's fucking Nevada. Like all they do is count.
Yes.
Like right, like that's a great point. Like everybody's sitting there, everybody's making money and like spending it. You know what we need right now? I know what we need.
Solidarity.
That's what we need. I think that's what we need right now. I got drops now. You didn't know that. I got drops. They're everywhere.
I know that. Bro, you can't be playing random noises screaming like that, man. I got scared.
Oh.
I was like, are they rioting again?
Oh. And that's what a lot of things that a lot of people have been like, oh, either way it's gonna be bad. And it's like, okay, so then just fucking relax. Let's relax. We've all done our job. We've all done our job. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
no,
yeah, they'll just let them count. Again, it's the personification of like you have people in Trump is pissed off for certain states counting them and other ones he's pissed at them for not counting them.
Yeah,
and it's like hell yeah, Casey.
I want Trump, like all the places he's mad at. This is what Trump should do. He should walk in these places, Atlanta, Philadelphia, and if he makes it to the poll watchers, he should automatically win. If he makes it to where they're counting the votes, he should win. But I don't think he will because, first of all, I'm going to get my hands on him. But I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that will.
Yeah, allegedly. yeah. I'm more thinking oh, liability, but I'm also like, yeah, I don't know if you actually would get to him first, but you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because literally it is like they're like, oh, it's like 51 and 49. Like there's like it's so fucking crazy. Mm-hmm. Like and it's not surprising. Like that's the thing is everybody's like saying like, oh, I had no idea. Like you still had no idea. There's people that are like there's a guy that's like there's people threatening violence and they're getting emotional. And it's like, yeah, they've been doing that. That's been
that's been their thing since the start of his presidency.
And they're like, but they're gonna justify it. Like, who needs? Like, it's like saying like again, it's like Oregon legalizing all the drugs and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, there's it's one of those things of like, oh, now a ton of people that wanted to do heroin but weren't doing it because it was illegal are gonna do it. You know what I mean? Like, do you think there's a lot of like people? So like it's just like people are allowed to be adults, kind of thing. So. There is justification for arguments, and but like to say I want you to count on this side, but not on this side, and not go like, all right, I can't root for this guy anymore. Like how many times? Like there's been so many times where I personally, like even if this guy was like the guy on my side and my only choice if I wanted to vote for anybody, do you know what I mean? Yeah. I think that's truly everybody was saying like. The vote campaign was, you actually want me to vote for your guy. Like, I don't think so. I think the whole vote campaign and shit like that was truly to get people like me that were lazy, that are lazy, that do have an opinion on the case and just don't share it often, like because of the self-hate, the self-doubt. So like this was self-care. Me voting is self-care because I voted for what I want in my society, kind of thing. So
yeah, and plus it's like I think with you it's more like a protective thing. You know, you can't be around just this diverse group of people, right? And with comics and all that stuff, and see what's going on in the world, and just be like, "Yo, guys, like I'm y'all friend, but I'm not going to vote." Like that's not who you are. So I couldn't see that happening.
right, and that's the thing. It is I it doesn't matter what my it doesn't necessarily like it. That's the thing. It's not me. It's not me that they were after necessarily. It was, I think, people that voted for Trump last time because he was a Republican candidate. And then this time were like, I think they were like, look, I know that you feel like you don't have anybody to vote for, but you should go out and vote for somebody. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think they were like, please just vote for somebody. Yeah, because they're like, and also we want a representation. We want to know what is this? Like, what really is it? Like, it was almost like a census of your morality. You know what I mean? It was like, it was a census of America's morality, because to me, like, some people think that there's people that think it's a hoax. There's a thing, they lock her up, the emails, all this other stuff. But like, I just go by like literally, how is he representing himself to me? And the things that he says make me cringe. I cannot support somebody that in especially not like the cancel culture way, like not in a way like he's sexist and blah blah blah. Like, he says some dumb crazy shit. He makes me laugh.
He quotes QAnon, whatever. I can't even say
QAnon,
right.
or QAnon, right? Isn't that what it is?
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, either way, he like the weird, like it's just the weird ways, like when they're like, hey, can you just say white supremacy is the worst thing in the world? And he's just like, no. And it's like, man, I kind of want to, I really, actually, you know what? I really want a president that, even if he is the leader of the KKK, publicly will denounce the KKK.
Yeah.
Let me just say that. I'm not even saying that I don't want the leader of the KKK as the president, but I'm just saying that, like, dude, like, if you're gonna be evil, like, be fucking evil, man. Come on, do it.
Yeah, like just soak in it.
Like either say no, I'm not gonna do it, or yeah, I totally condemn it. It's the worst thing in the world. I think it should die. You know what I mean? Like, or it should stop forever, whatever it may be. Or
he told those mofos to stay back and stand by.
Stand by, and like that's why everybody's like, I'm scared. Like, he said that to the boys. Or the Proud Boys, right? Proud Boys, isn't that what it was?
Yeah, whatever.
That's also maybe either way. It's even if it's just a pettiness thing or whatever. How he represents himself on just right at that level. I don't care what your message is, dude. You need to appeal to me unless you're going to talk to me and win me over somehow. You know what I mean? And I don't see how that. But either way, like. And I really tried not to. I try not to be one of those people that like, yo, you like that person? How could you do that? Because I don't want to think the worst of somebody. I want to think somebody. I would rather think of you as close. Like, I don't. There's no way to say it where it doesn't sound like an insult. But I don't want you to sound like. I'd rather you sound close-minded than like hateful. Like hateful for something like that. And that's the part where, like, if that's, I don't want to be represented that way. And that I truly feel like that's the president. The president is our figurehead. And there is somebody who does appoint people to take care of problems and issues in the country. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I need somebody with at least base level knowledge of that shit. You know what I mean? Like, and to not go out and say like, I'm going to do this thing, and then later on be informed you can't do that thing. What do you, you know?
Yeah, like,
you know?
It's easier if a lot of his supporters were just like, yo, man, this is some fucked up shit.
Thank you, Ryan.
And I'm a Republican dude, and I'm not going to, like, vote for the fucked up shit. But, like, going back to your point, there are people just voting for it because they like, I'm Republican, and Trump's this guy, and it's just like, what the fuck, bro?
Right.
You're defeating the whole purpose of why our forefathers set this whole thing up and made everybody vote matter. You know, well, 3/5 beginning with me.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, hey, well, yeah, exactly. We'll put an asterisk there. Hey, but you know, but you're here now, baby. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where like, and you do like, and I like that was a lot of the things that was so funny because those were bits that I watched. That's my introduction to comedy was a lot of like George Carlin and shit like that, and like, and a lot of people, I don't know, bringing up hypocrisies and stuff of like, these are motherfuckers that wrote a thing that says all men are created equal that have like shit like that where you're like, yeah, those points like brought up. Very simple. Like you just need a couple word sense, and that's the power of comedy. But also the like the message you can sneak in there of like, holy shit, you're right. Like, you're okay, and then to go like, okay, 3/5. Like, all right, like the compromise. Like, I guess I'm that much of a person. You know what I mean?
Look,
like.
Not to toot our own horn, but Stanford did a study like on comedians, and they're some of the most intelligent people that walks this earth. Because you have to be knowledgeable about a lot of stuff. Like people don't understand. Like jokes take so much information and so much input and output, and word syntax, all of that. So like, Jay, I'm just saying.
No, it's one of those things that you have to have you have to have like some insight. You have to offer an insight at least to say like. Not this is like it's dick jokes, it's this or that, but it's also like it's a shared. Everything is that. Everything is dick jokes. Like everything is I do that too. Ha 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 ha. It has to be relatable is the word I'm thinking of, but I'm just not saying it. But it's you have to make trauma relatable. If it's not, and you have to make your perspective relatable, your perspective insightful, you know what I mean, like stuff like that to where like, and I think that's the thing of, and that's the art form of it for sure. And I think you're right. That's why it's important because you have that like, you have that like, you have to get it's word economy essentially. It comes down to word economy. We're great public speakers, so like, if you it's not necessarily going to be one of those things. You're a lot of things when you're a comic, especially nowadays. You have to be like a producer, a fucking
therapist,
a podcast, a therapist, a fucking a painter, a fucking hopefully not a cop. I don't know how many fucking cop comedians are there, like open micers that are just like,
bro. Oh my god, Central PA. Like I don't want to throw nobody out there, but Lager laughs. Go to.
There's been plenty of times where I've actually performed in front of like room fulls of cops before that I was just like, holy shit, man. Like that. I mean, I'm a little terrified right now. I do. Oh, I was terrified yesterday. I got DoorDash. So I did a job for my my buddy. I worked for his company yesterday, and he paid me money. I'm being very vague because I don't know why. I'm stupid. It was on Venmo. I don't even think it's going to be enough that's going to be taxable, but it was like, again, I think that's what it is. I feel shame about the Venmo part of it. Yeah. Because you've told me about the Cash App, and I still haven't wised up to it. But so I made a little money, and I wanted to treat myself, and Dom was working late, so I was responsible for dinner. So I DoorDashed myself because that's the only thing I'll do. That's the only way I'll get a Popeye's chicken sandwich because of how fucking crazy busy they are around here.
Yeah. It's only like one, right? You only got one around.
They built another one, and they have a line around, like it's like right at the corner of the light, and they always have a line like around the light. Like they actually have to have a fucking person that works for Popeyes go out there in a vest and like and like direct traffic and say like, no, you can't turn right now. Like, and that there's always fucking it's crazy. So it's nuts to me. Like they're super busy. You only have one by you too, right?
Yeah, but it's not like that. Why did you never bring that on stage? Like that's crazy.
What?
Like that is so crazy, bro. Like I would love to have heard you talk about that.
Oh no! This gets even better. This is crazy. So I hate DoorDash. I got into a I contacted a Pizza Hut in my area, and you usually you Google like blah 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 near me, whatever, right? Pizza Hut near me, and I was like, And I know that there is a Pizza Hut near me that doesn't deliver.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a fucking weirdest thing in the world. First of all, to be a pizza place that doesn't deliver, but a Pizza Hut that doesn't deliver.
Yeah. Yeah, that is odd. That's weird.
So they actually, ironically, started delivering during the pandemic because they had to stay open. They had to do DoorDash. So now they use DoorDash. The Pizza Hut has hired DoorDash to partner up with them to deliver pizzas instead of because they're a Pizza Hut. You just deliver the pizzas. You do it. Why don't you do it? So either way, I've already had a problem with them. They said that my pizza was delivered and it was 2 hours late when they said that, and when I went downstairs, it was not there.
Now, then this is through DoorDash, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so then it makes me ask you, what was the tip? Because
I always tip $5. Every delivery, I always tip $5.
Okay, all right,
minimum.
You got a piece of shit service then.
Yeah. So yeah,
go ahead.
No. So that was just to preface this part. So the only time I will DoorDash something is for Popeyes because I have had nothing but good experiences with that. For some reason, they're like, "Hey, I'm here. It's really busy," and I'm like, "I totally understand. Take your time. You're doing that for me. I appreciate it." And they're like, "Thank you." And I'm like, "I appreciate you. Thanks." So, and again, more positivity may sound lame. I don't care, but
it's in there. It's out there for you, bro.
It's out there. So I was like, I did it last night. I wanted to treat myself, and I even scheduled it. That's the beauty of it. This fucking scheduling it. I feel like a king. I'm up here. I'm on the 3rd floor, and I'm like, ring the doorbell when you're here, and leave it on the door and walk away. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mean that to sound disparaging, but I mean that to sound like I feel like it's better than just regular Pizza Hut or something like that.
Nah, I get it. It's like same way when you turn to your wife and be like, "We got reservations at the restaurant." Like it hits different.
It's just one of those things like, oh, I get a full-on meal and I was doing nothing up until that point. You know what I mean? So I get it, and especially one of those things that I love. I love those fucking chicken sandwiches. I order 2 every time. I eat 2 every time. I fucking love them. To me they are the best. But we can get into that later.
No, I'm with you, bro.
Really?
I'll get into it. You said facts, bro.
Ooh.
And they not racist like Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
You think Popeyes go to church?
So I ordered it through DoorDash. Same thing. I schedule it from 6:15 to 6:45. Whatever. Go for it. I said, and I have a thing, specific instructions. Ring the doorbell when you're here, like when you drop it off. And so I actually go downstairs and I just wait by the door. I checked it a couple times so the door is unlocked. And I'm sitting on the stairs, kind of just looking at the door, just waiting just to hear them walking on the porch, know that it's there, contactless the delivery, very responsible, all this shit. And I'm just sitting there, and then the dude just fucking walks into my house. He just opened the door and walked in.
No.
Yeah. And I was like, and I kind of was like, what the fuck? And I was like, is that Dom? I thought Dom was home, and I was like, oh shit. So I stood up to greet her, and I looked, and it was him. It was the fucking DoorDash guy, because I didn't hear her go hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
And she's like, so I go and he looks at me I said caught him off guard, and he's like, and I go you just walking in now? I said, did you just walk in? Did you just walked in? You just opened the door and just walked into my house.
What did he say?
He goes, oh, he thought there was a confusion, oh, did you order DoorDash? That's the problem? Oh, wrong house. I accidentally walked in with, he didn't even do he didn't do a little knock knock, hey, hello, or hey, DoorDash here, hey, even something like that. He just walked in, didn't even wipe his feet or anything. What the fuck? And I go I said I was like, you walking in? Just what's going on here? And he goes, did you order? And I said, yeah. And I was like, and I took it and I was go, thanks, pal. And he just walked into the house. So and so this was a thing. I told Dom, I was like, because I not unlike Leah Remini in The King of Queens, but there's companies that I ban and I don't want in this house. And like
Yeah.
DoorDash might be added back on that list because I told Dom, I was like, yeah, go ahead and order DoorDash. It's cool. For the Popeyes, it's perfect because it's one of those things of like, if it takes a while, it takes a while to go there, and it's only like $12 more or something like that. If we have the money, splurge. You know what I mean? Oh, Dom's here. Hey, hi, hey, babe.
Hey, Dom.
I was just telling everybody. Yeah, I don't think we should use DoorDash anymore because it's terrifying now if they're just gonna walk in. Or lock the door. So that makes me think that does every time that they come to the house, do they like try the door?
Hold up. Would you have felt like an asshole if you would have walked downstairs and I said he walked in, but he like set the table and stuff for you?
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm thinking about it more like if he had come in and like what if I can't even imagine what his insight was. Like we talked about it and we were like, was he like thinking, because that's at least like well intentioned. I don't know what his intentions were. Like I'm not saying that it was menacing or anything like that. I didn't feel in danger. It caught me off guard. Like that was one of those things of like, hey man, like this is a stranger walking into my house. Like before I even see you, the fact that I hear the door open and I know she's not supposed to be home for another couple hours makes me feel like, what the fuck is happening right now? Like, who the fuck is this? I'm too high for this.
Yeah.
So like, and then the only thing I can say, that's when my filter goes away and I basically, Dom and I always joke about, it's our Larry David mode, essentially, where you just say shit that Larry David says in Curb Your Enthusiasm, things that normally people don't say, but like you say like that, and I just said like, hey, you walking in my house? Like kind of like, hey, I was like,
That fucking cocksucker!
get the fuck out of here.
Was that the sound thing? Or was that you?
Yeah, that was the sound thing.
I was about to say.
You dumb motherfuckers!
Get the fuck out of my house. What the
Yo,
fuck, dude?
yeah.
Like I don't know where that's okay. You know what I mean? Like we talked about it though, and we were like, maybe he thought there was like a thing, like it was an apartment thing, but I was like, no, there's a number there. There's a door here. Also, hey, you know what is next to the door, Josh? A fucking doorbell. It's called a door because it's located at the door.
Well,
Don't go past the door. Doorbell. It's not the walk inside, look around a bit bell. It's the doorbell.
Well, at least you know he's not a vampire. But
Yeah. See, that's the insight we need. I didn't invite him in because that's so beautiful. I don't know why I explained your joke. That was great. So yeah, so aside from voting, I also think I'm going to start working for DoorDash because I want to be the change I want to see in the world. And apparently, if we can just walk into people's houses, I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, what's up? DoorDash is here. Hi."
Did you just see Ron's comment?
That is why I only walk in on people in the shower. Exactly. You act like it's an accident. You quietly see. Ron's told me his process. He quietly sees if the door is unlocked first, right? Yeah. You don't want too much noise. Obviously, you don't. A lot of times the door will like boom, boom when it opens up. But then once it opens up, you want to make sure you get quick because you don't want that whoosh of air, so they know there's the cold air, so they know that somebody's in there. It's really, really detailed. He went into a lot of. He's like, he cornered me, and this is Corona time. He cornered me.
Thank you, Casey.
And got real close. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
and then all of a sudden, and then you just go, oh, I didn't know anybody was in here at the same time you're doing it. So it's really creepy. I don't know why he does that.
Bro, that has to be one of the funniest stories that I'm going to hear for a while, bro. And you should bring that to the stage again.
What, the DoorDash thing?
Yes, and the fucking Pizza Hut not having delivered.
Dude,
the Popeyes, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, either way. No, that was terrifying. Oh, yeah. Love you, wife.
Have a good day at work.
She's going back to work. But yeah, it's so funny that she popped on right at that point because she was the person I kept thinking of. I was just thinking, like, what if, like, because she is, again, she's an emotional person. She's like, she can, and not only just the aspect of like lady at home by herself, strange man in the house kind of thing, like that stuff is already kind of scary, like but like just like it's just the assumed entry, just like the hello.
Yeah. Like, it wasn't even like he had concern for his safety. Like, you could have been a gun owner. Like,
right. Like that's the thing I'm thinking of. And this has nothing to do with why I was scared, Josh. You know, I'm a woke dude. I'm super woke as fuck. But he was a black guy.
Okay.
That's, to me, I thought that was like, that's dangerous. But again, that's what made me think that he thought it was an apartment complex, and was like, oh, I'm gonna walk into like this thing where there's gonna be like a you know what I mean, like where there's like a board where you can beep boop beep and then you buzz me in or some shit. But like literally, dude, doorbell, bro. It's right there.
Hey,
I'm not gonna put a sign up. It's right there.
He was slipping, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I don't even know. Maybe for a $5 tip for a black guy, he thought you were so good, bro. Because
he maybe wanted to thank me, like in person, like, hey man, thanks a lot, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I've been in that position, bro. When I used to delivery drive for Papa John's, bro. Yeah. I'm trying to tell you, man. They see a black guy and they'll change the tip. They'll have $3 and they'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna take 2 back and give him 1." You know
what?
So,
oh my God.
In Williamsport, though. I gotta tell you, in Williamsport.
Which is weird because I thought that was isn't that a woke area?
Yeah, but it's Newberry, Montoursville, and stuff like that around there. So I had to go. Yeah.
That's a college area. You've done the digital mic there, right? The Civil War. Shout out to those guys. The Civil War cider mic.
Yeah, I used to, but I stopped.
That was a while ago, but that was a lot of fun. That was always a place that I always loved. The brasserie. That was always a lot of fun. Like that was a place where like early on, this was obviously like this. I don't know if this was like I don't know what I don't want to say it because this is actually funny because this brings me into my next thing I wanted to talk about, but I don't know a lot about words, but like, but I don't know if this was me just being like I don't know. I guess putting the cart in front of the horse. I don't know, whatever. But I was like, early on, I was like, I was like, oh man, I really want to do like a special at the brasserie. Like I always thought that would be a cool place to have, like to shoot a comedy spot. And I think Billy ended up doing that.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Billy Kelly loves the red drop.
Pipe dream. That's what I was gonna say. Pipe dream. I don't know if that's the right thing for that. Like a pipe dream saying like, oh, one day I'll do it. Because obviously you can just do that. You just got to organize it with them. But but Billy actually, I did 10 minutes before that. That was a lot of fun. I got to do comedy for kids at that show.
How did that go? How was that experience?
It was pretty easy, actually. It's like I was really nervous about it. Hey John, I was nervous about that because it's basically just tell like knee slapper jokes, you know, like the you know, and not be dirty or anything like that. I the one that I wrote, the one joke that I was super proud of, that's like a groaner for sure, that fucking killed. I feel like it killed. I think it did a lot better actually at the adult show than it did at the kid show, but I wrote it for the kid show, and it was, you know, I got a lot of problems with my car, like I think there's something wrong with like, it doesn't really get, you know, like every time there's like this warning light that comes on, I don't understand it. It always says like my door is ajar, and like I don't understand it because like it's not a jar, it's a door. Like it's like specifically a car door, you know, and that was one of the things. It was like it was a groaner kind of one of those. Oh, it's not a jar, it's a door. Ha 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 ha. So that one right there did a lot better at the adult show. If that tells you anything, they were ready for it. They had their juice boxes. It's a thinker. It's a thinker.
Yeah, it is, man. I don't do too much thinking.
Yeah, I have not told that joke since then. But that was a lot of fun. What's your craziest story from when you were a delivery driver? Like were you you weren't ever like actually like you weren't attacked, right? Like they didn't like fuck with you. Like did you have like positive? I mean, like it can be positive too. It doesn't have to be a bad one, obviously.
Yeah. Most of the time, it is always positive. Most of the time, like
Yeah.
the racism in this area or this fucking lifetime now is much more quiet.
Yeah.
So I think the craziest time was they had me go up to this man's house that was like he lived in like this big mansion and it was like in the mountains.
Yeah.
Like he was like a rich alcoholic. And
Like that's his
yeah.
profession. Like that's it. He's handing out business cards. Hey, I'm Jim, rich alcoholic. I love that. That's awesome. I love that. That's how you know of him. Like, oh yeah, he's this rich alcoholic guy that lives on top of a mountain.
I was stuck at his house for like 2-3 hours.
Oh really? Holy shit! So he pulled you. Like he was like, dude, come party with me.
No. He was already long gone before when I showed up with the pizza. He didn't even know he ordered it. Like,
Oh no! Oh, so he was more drunk than he was rich at the time.
yeah, yeah. It was a crazy moment. It was just it made me mad because like my manager was like all about getting the job done, so they could have got me in like 30 minutes, but they got me in 4 hours because he was just running the deliveries until it got less busy. So.
He was like, "Do you feel safe? Are you fine?" "Yeah, I'm fine. It's just annoying." "Okay, see ya." All right, well, there you go. That's crazy. That was the one job I never really did. I never did like delivery. I did delivery stuff for like medical supplies and stuff like that, but it was like it was like orders and stuff. It was like, but that was there was a lot of stuff. There's like a buddy of mine, not me, but a buddy of mine that worked for the same company. We would also deliver specialty mattresses and stuff like that. And a lot of times, he said there was one time the person they would get them up on the lift, the bear, like the thing, you know, because there was a lot of it was a nursing homes a lot of times, and they would get them up out of the bed, and they would go to set up the mattress underneath, and he said one time when they did that, the person died when they were up in the sling, and they were like, and like literally the person's reaction, he's like I was like, he's like, so we don't need the mattress anymore.
When you first started telling that, I was like, oh, he's about to tell me they found shit. Like,
oh yeah, that was the norm. That was the old normal. This lady dying was the new normal. And he didn't vote for it. I'll tell you that much. He did not. That's one of those things. So now, and like he told me that the first week that I started, like the first time that I feel like that was like one of the first stories he may have told me, like, oh yeah, this one time, blah blah blah, and like I was like new to the job and everything, and I was just like, okay, well, fuck this. You know what I mean? Like I did not want to have anything apart. Like every time after that, I was terrified. I would go into facilities and we would carry these big blue bags, like these big blue duffel bags. Right? Yeah. So, and I was a bigger guy. So a lot of times, a big guy with a big beard, what did I get all the time? Oh, here's Santa Claus is here. And oh boy, was that funny. Ha, 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 ha. And but there was one time where I was walking down a hallway and I feel like it might have been a, what's the Alzheimer's ward? You know what I mean? Like where they're they're losing it. It's going...
They're losing it. Yeah.
This is the medical term. You know? But they let me into the thing, and it's like a locked thing. So you have to remember a code, or they have to let you in. They have to buzz you in. This person buzzed me in, and I was walking down the thing, and she's sitting in a wheelchair, like in the middle of the hallway. And I'm a big guy, so I'm like, I'm gonna have to like avoid her, right? I don't want to be in arm's reach of her. And she's sitting in the middle of the hallway, and she's like pointing at me, and she's going, "You, you," and like that. And I'm just like, and I almost pissed myself, dude. I was like, what the fuck? Because I had to walk past. It was like Silent Hill, you know the the only thing I can equate this to is when we went through the Silent Hill haunted house at Halloween Horror Nights in Florida.
Oh my god!
And we walked through, you know, those nurses, the fucked up nurses from the movie.
Yeah.
Like they had that. They had like real life ones and like fake ones like mixed in, and you had to like walk through them. And they were just like they would just move at different times or whatever. It's just like this thing of like one of these things is gonna fucking grab me. Like I thought for sure she was gonna grab me and take my soul, man. It was terrifying. But I still work there. I don't know what the fuck. Again, not a lot of self-care.
Nah, man. I feel like those experiences are necessary, man. They make us who we are. So
Yeah.
fuck it. But she did almost take your soul, bro. You gotta be assertive in that manner, man. You should have put her ass down.
Well, yeah, I could have. See, now with all my knowledge of jiu-jitsu and everything like that, I could definitely sweep her, probably submit her. But I mean,
Yeah.
I could choke her out. But it's not. What's the fun in that? Just get behind her and then. Boom,
It's
there
gonna be
she's
a
out.
lot of fun, bro.
Yeah.
You never done it before.
If I have not done it before. You're right. A new experience. I like this. It's insightful. We see again. That's why we get along, because we're both that positive type of person. Me and Joshua, we're basically the same person. But I want to get into the third of the week, right? The third ever that we're doing of this segment of Pat's word of the day.
Okay, let's do it.
I did. I somehow ended up on a list of it's called Word Genius, and they send me a word of the day. And I always like the word of the day calendar, because somebody who's not great with words and not really very illiterate. I'm very illiterate, not very literate. See, you know what I'm saying? It's hard because I'm in a field where I need to be better with words. I need to say good words to people. So
you gotta fuck that Florida out of you.
I gotta
get that Florida.
Exactly. I gotta get more Pennsylvania. Depending on what state, what color it ends up, I need to get more Pennsylvania, because it's more, like you said, more of that subtle kind of like you just keep it down on the down low, the dumb and crazy. But so like the past words, just to remind everybody for this week, has the first word was the hardest one, because what the idea behind Pat's word of the day is, I see the word in the email, and instead of just erasing the email like I've been doing, I write it down, not phonetically, because I don't know how to say this. As a lot of times I don't know how to say it. I'm just going to say it the way I think it's supposed to be said. Then I'm going to find out how to say it and what its definition is, and then try to bring it in. This first one was the hardest one. It's called andragogy. I said it right this time. That is the right way to say it. Andragogy. ANDRAGOGY. Do you know what that is, Josh?
No, I don't.
All right. It is, and this is perfect, because that is the word for adult education.
Really?
Yeah. When you are teaching an adult something, that is you are taking part of andragogy. God damn it. Lost it. Andragogy. Andragogy. Pretty good, right?
Bro, I don't even fucking think you just told me a real word.
I'm telling you.
Joke?
Right.
Am I part of the bit right now?
No. Okay, so get this, right? Andragogy is a bullshit word, because you're like, it's for adult education, right?
Yeah.
So I fixed it. This is the case where I swooped in and I fixed it for him. It's a new word for adult education. It's called adultucation. There you go.
Look, did you tell Dom this already?
Yeah, well, she's aware. She's been adultucated. She's been andragogied and adultucated. I'll tell you what. The second word that I had on Wednesday when Dom was on the show was a French word, bon ami.
Yeah. What? You said blow my meat?
No, hold on a second. Hey, now am I part of a bit now? Hey.
No.
Bon ami apparently means cheerful friendliness, which is what we have. Cheerful friendliness.
Abundance of it.
Congeniality, or what is it? Geniality. I don't know if that's the right word. Which one is it? See?
Bro,
I don't get that word. All right, but now that brings me to this word. This word I have heard and probably even used before, but I have no idea what the fuck it means.
Okay.
You ready for this?
I'm ready.
I think it is edify. 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 Is that right?
What's the definition of this one?
Let's find out.
I don't know.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Keep asking
We're
me
adulticating ourselves. We are finding out, and it's through
Adultication.
that we know how to learn. We are adulticating ourselves through
Adultication.
Oh, look at this. And For the
Oh my
picture,
God.
I think is this.
He recorded it.
Yeah, yeah. I
Oh, the
did.
soundboard.
That's one of the drops. That's one of the new drops.
Yo, Pat, bro, you're killing me, bro.
Okay, so all right. So it means to instruct or improve someone morally or intellectually. Sounds like adultification, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sounds like edify.
Oh, instruct or improve. So do you feel edified? Is that really right? Hold on. All right, let me see if I said it right. Hold on.
No, I feel
Edify.
educated.
Oh, did you hear that robot? Here, listen.
Edify.
Edify. I said it right. There was no doubt in my mind that was right. So, hold on. Examples of edify in a sentence. The professor looked forward to the chance to edify her students. Whoa, that sounds weird.
Yeah, that didn't sound like a good sentence.
Yeah. A chance to edify? Like if you're a professor, it's not a chance, it's your fucking job. For the
Right, it
job
sounds
to edify your students.
You should not be like. It sounds like the educator's shooting their shot. Like you know.
Yeah. I didn't know how to say it in a nice hip way, but here on the new Buddha Boys with a Z, we know how we're here to edify y'all. My parents wished to edify me. Who the fuck talks like this? This is what I'm saying. This is why this word of the day is probably not going to edify its way into my fucking whatever the fuck it is. What is it called?
Yeah, it's probably those Londoners across the pond.
Edify. Bon ami. My parents.
Which one in the Americans?
Hey, shout out to London if you're watching. I don't know if they're allowed to watch our YouTube. I think they banned us because of Trump.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
My parents wished to edify me in multiple languages from an early age. Yeah, okay, I get that one.
That'll sound more appropriate. My parents wish to edify me. Like
you even have ed. Like there's like a little shout out to education in there because that's what it is. You're educating somebody. You're improving someone morally and intellectually, or intellectually.
Yeah, we are getting hella educated.
Yeah, you're So okay, how about this? You know how like people hate it when you try to educate them on something? Like a lot of times, like that's when a lot of walls and no pun intended come up with a lot of people. Like if you're trying to talk across the aisle at another party or another supporter of a different person or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Don't say I'm here to educate you. I'm here to edify you, man. And they're like, "Whoa, you into me? You gonna edify?
Whoa, you my cousin?
You trying to edify? Oh, you my cousin? Hey, girl, you trying to edify?
See, that's why Trump didn't have the numbers. You know, they keep it in the family too much, and
yeah,
you know,
he wasn't edifying him by the pussy. That's for sure. No, sir. That to me immediately, I'm like, damn, like there really is like footage. If there was there like terrible shit? There was never a recording of a president being like super shitty, except for Nixon, right? I think. Again, I don't. Yeah. I'm not here to. I cannot. And Andrew Gudge anybody on like past presidents scandals or anything like that. I really literally like followed politics for a little bit and have just joined back in just because I'm like, yeah, all right, we'll do it. But I feel like Nixon was like recorded illegally or legally or whatever it may be. I don't know, secretly. Yeah. It's like saying some weird shit. And I know I've heard a recording of Lyndon Johnson talking to his tailor about letting a seam out in his pants to make more room for his I think he calls it his Johnson or not or his like or my pecker or something. Like I can't remember what he calls it. Like he's like he's like talking about his dick and balls. And he's like just saying like, "Oh yeah, I need more room for my dick and balls."
Well, did you hear about Reagan when he was talking about like, you know, black people and stuff? He was like, you can't have the inmates running the prison and shit on the call. Yeah. So I feel like they all said fucked up shit about black people, you know, but
yeah. I mean, I think like, oh wait, hold on. What did he say? Bunghole. My bunghole. Yeah, he says bunghole. That's the word. He used the word. Thank you, John. Oh, John Danik. Shout out to John Danik. Wonderful musician. Are you
still seeing comments? I can't see comments at all.
Oh yeah. I got Cassidy Gray also said my sweet Josh, so she's saying something nice to you.
Cassidy, man, that's my girl,
I'm here
man.
too, but it's okay. Either way. The best thing about Reagan ever did was die. Wow. Like a hot take.
I agree.
I used to have a shirt that said "Punk's not dead, but Reagan is." It was pretty cool. It was pretty fun. I had a nice fun shirt. I love it. Like I love how like that is kind of like one of those things. Again, like it's one of those things. It happens again. The Supreme Court thing. A lot of things. Oh, thank you so much, Cassidy. I appreciate it. I don't believe you, but I appreciate you. Thank you. But no, like there's like a fuck. What was I just saying? God damn it. Fuck. I lost my train of thought as usual. It might be time to give Josh the like. Uh oh. Ron Kane's trying to shorten your time here too. What a piece of shit.
I didn't think he could follow me this far, man.
He has no influence here. Don't worry, Ron. But no, this was cool because this was another first for this show for sure because this was the first time I actually I figured out what exactly I wanted the Instagram thing to be too. It's live comments, it's live here as well as YouTube. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe, blah blah blah. Same thing as here, but I have both of them going with the same audio. We got the same thing going on. I can still have the same great conversations on or off camera, off mic or on mic now with Instagram. We tried it yesterday with Knock, but I feel like I feel like we're at where I kind of want this show to be. So like this has been such a cool thing, but don't worry, Ron is not a producer. Not yet, at least, but if you do want some more Ron, check out the DNR podcast, right? With him and Damon.
But I will say this. I could never admit this publicly, but let me tell you, even though Ron shortens my time, he runs the most efficient shows I have ever been a part of.
Dude, Ron Kane is like, and again, we've all been sucking Ron's dick since this pandemic, since like opening back up and trying to get comedy together, and it's justified, like it's earned. He has earned a fucking good dick suck.
He has edified the comedy scene.
He has edified the comedy scene. He has made it morally better. Oh my God, Josh, you just use it in a sentence, bro.
I got you, bro. That's what I'm here for.
There's no way I can make that word better. That word is the best right now. You just used edified me. You edified everybody watching. This is, there's not going to be actual sucking. Don't worry. But this is a moral dick suck. This is a moral dick suck. I could never admit this publicly, so let me admit this publicly. Yeah, probably. But I feel like I think that Ron Kane is like he truly edified us. Like that is, there's no better way to sum that up. You have summed that up perfectly because like the effort is one thing. Like whenever people, like, again, we were talking about that earlier with like cards or anything like that. I appreciate anytime somebody like takes an effort, thinks of me. When I say thank you, when I say thank you, I mean thank you. And that's what it means. Like, that's what, like, things like that. Like, I try to show my true gratefulness for people, and like, not that people that I don't reach out to all the time, I don't like, I'm not grateful of, but like Ron particularly is like a genuine dude who has put himself out there and put in like the work to organize and keep fair, keep consistent, keep safe. I feel like, again, I personally had a COVID scare myself, but I have been tested, and I do not fear that it was the Ron Kane part of it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it might have been me sharing, different accoutrement after the show. But, do you know what I mean? Like, but it's my own risks that I'm taking. But that's not what it was. It was a sinus infection. Either way, check out Monday's episode. Yeah,
he's on top of it. Like, he makes sure basically that we follow the COVID guidelines. Like, he don't even let you fucking run over the time or not use the mic without the mic condom. Like,
yeah, he's respectful. He's respectful of you. Like, he gives you the time. He gives you the full 2 minutes, and then everybody else 5. But he's also trying to be respectful of, like, he's being like straight. He's being vulnerable in the sense of like, hey, I'm trying to be respectful of these guys too, that are letting us use the space kind of thing. Like and but not only that, but like putting on the shows, like he's the one that introduced me. Like I got a pack, Ron. Yeah, the Mike condom. Exactly. That's what I was just gonna say. The Mike condom. I bought a pack of 200 of black ones, so it's actually gonna look like a real like Mike head.
Like a real BBC.
Yeah. That's what somebody was complaining, or somebody was joking about my pink microphone. I was like, it's probably because it looks like a dick, so I understand it. I get it, but like the mic condom thing, like I didn't even know that shit existed, and so the fact that like it doesn't matter where he even got that knowledge, like he's like held the scene up. I feel like supported the scene literally through this time, and truly like made it like a cooler, like a more, I feel like, solid foundation for a scene. And not that I don't think that he wasn't doing that before. Right. I just noticed it now. You know what I mean? I'm sure he's been doing that work, but it's fucking cool to see. So like, I appreciate the fact that like, and it's great. Yeah. Ron, like for like, again, that's the official money shot right there. Now let me just clean up. Hold on.
Right. Yeah, it's all good. You know, I know he's been helping the scene a lot because, you know, his fucking 8-ball game is just so trash. And he hasn't had time to practice. So
did you read?
I just want to put it.
Did you read that? Cassidy says that she I only want I only want my condoms with reservoir tip. Hell yeah.
I can't see the comments. I've been blocked out from the comments.
Oh, what the hell? I don't know what.
Yeah, I feel like a poll watcher.
Oh boy, a poll watcher. See, again, that sounds like a childish insult to me. A poll watcher sounds like somebody saying like a dillweed or something like that. Like one of those things where like a dillweed is a real thing. It's an actual spice, dillweed. We have it in the cupboard. I don't think we ever used it. I bought it because it's funny. I bought it because it's funny to me. So
and just to have it, just in case, you never know.
Yeah, what if we need some dillweed?
What if that's why the DoorDash guy was there? Ask him for some dillweed.
Hey, do you have any DoorDash? Or do you have any dillweed in here? Do you have any DoorDash? God, he's bringing the DoorDash.
Yeah, it's okay, bro. You can't be perfect all the time with the jokes.
Yeah, cool. Hey, you know, batting 999. You know, hey, you can't. Again, we need solidarity. We're back to the drops. That's what I'm going to just take it back to the drops whenever I lose it a little bit. Josh.
What time is it, bro?
It is 12:27. You gotta head out? Uh-oh. Did you leave? Did I lose you? I think Josh maybe checked the time.
Yo, can you hear me now?
Yeah. Did you check the time and it turned you off?
Yeah.
It's 12:30 almost. You gotta head out. It's okay if you gotta head out.
Yeah, I just gotta start getting some stuff done because tomorrow I'm gonna be going. To Lehigh. Right. So.
Well, this gives me perfect opportunity to play probably my favorite drop.
Oh, but before you play,
I will. I'll wait. Yeah. So okay. No. It's not the close. It's not the close of the show, but it'll. So yeah, please tell people where they can find you. So follow him obviously here on Instagram. You can. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you could probably click somewhere on. Most of us, you guys are probably friends with us. That's why you're here. But tell your friends. Mm-hmm. You know, tell people where they can find you other than this, and also say sorry, whatever you're gonna say.
Yeah, I just wanted to say one thank you to anyone that hopped on this live and watched it to the end, and laughed and comment. That's what makes this stuff much better. Just the interaction, and just it shows a lot. Because it shows that you guys want to support us and. You guys are just happy that we're doing something. And also, I just think this episode and specifically like having Jared, Casey, Ron, Jibba Jab. Jibba Jab came here show up, so Mike, we showed up to this.
Hell yeah.
I honestly, it made my day because it just shows like the testament to our comedy scene, and
yeah.
Honestly, Ron, again, savior of the comedy scene, but suck at 8-ball. I just want to keep throwing it out there. So.
Yeah, and again, and you have, you got some bad blood with him, and it's understandable. We get it. But no, I want to say thank you very much for being here, for taking the time to join me on this. This is a great day. We learned how to say new words. We learned how to do all this other stuff. We had a great conversation. Honestly, anybody that's watching maybe just the end of this here on Instagram Live, or if you're catching it live on YouTube or anything like that, you can find all of this past episodes of GDP on Baby Mermaid Productions on YouTube. Like, subscribe, hit the little bell for notifications so that way you'll see the next time we go live. But we do have the schedule here. It's not showing up, obviously, on Instagram, but it is on YouTube Live. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So that's that. Like, and honestly, Josh, I'm saying that out loud also for you. If you ever want to join, you're always welcome to join, whether it's on Zoom, Instagram, anything like that. Check out past episodes, and I just really appreciate you being here, man.
I don't want to hang up on you now. Please understand this, okay?
All right. So now Josh is he was breaking up there at the end anyway. So but I appreciate Josh being here, and I appreciate everybody watching at home and everything like that. For any other future, if anybody else wants to join in, you're more than welcome. We got another half hour or so of the stream that I'd like to do. I already talked about pretty much everything I had on the board, but does anybody know what the update is on the election? Like, is there do we have the number of electoral things yet or anything like that? Or is there, I don't know if there's anything like that. Like, I haven't been following it to that extent, but I have been trying to keep sanity, solidarity again in the home.
Solidarity!
And trying to find out what states legalize drugs and why. Because there's one that was weird that was like, I think New Jersey said it's legal for adult consumption recreationally, weed. And that's cool. Like, but like, are there other, like, you're still not allowed to take it if you're a kid? Like, I thought that was it. Like, I thought they were regulating a lot like alcohol, where like you have to be a certain age to do that anyway. So like, would an adult, like, isn't that kind of why have that wording, I guess? Oh, Hax is here. Hax, also check out Hax on the YouTube channel as well if you're here watching on YouTube or here on Instagram. Hax is the golf-themed show with the wonderful host John Montag, who also a new father, wonderful new pop, and the dank side, or what is it? The dank bud talk? No. We're trying to figure out politics in America right now. No, if you want to check out Hacks, it's a wonderful golf show. That how you doing, John? Or you Hacks? I don't know what you are. It's Galf. Yeah, you're right, Galf. Sorry, Galf. Yeah, Shane's here. Hey, Shane, how's it going, buddy? I think there's it's a cool, that's especially that show in particular with Peggy was a lot of fun because you guys just got fucked up and hit golf balls. That was the hardest fuck to edit. That was a hard one. There was a lot of funny stuff to said, and there was a lot of shit that was said that was like, I don't know if I should include that. I don't know if that's just funny to me. If that's like, there's a couple of awkward moments. There was the one where she said, "Oh yeah, you're in comedy." That's funny, and like that, I think that you included as a promo. That I was like, I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell with people that you don't know personally that well if they actually mean the mean thing they're saying, or oh, my phone. Oh, your phone died. Oh, that's okay. Include it. You'll be fine. Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, essentially, it comes down to you can include the insults and everything like that, but when I guess there's real drama, that's how you get all the views. I'm still new to YouTube. This is on YouTube too. Anybody that's watching on here, Josh, it's all right. Josh, it gave me perfect opportunity to use my newest and most favorite drop. So it seemed like I hung up on you, so I got to use this.
I don't want to hang up on you now. Please understand this, okay?
It's again, lots of Irishman drops here. Love the Irishman, you know.
You dumb motherfuckers.
If you don't, that's how I feel about people that don't like the Irishman. Like, I've seen it probably 12 times because, again, I am going to go into detail because I need this to be a thing. Because if we're going to get away from regular broadcast TV, we have to have a way to have those movies that, you know, every time they're on TV, you just kind of watch them. Like, if there's nothing on TV to just watch, what are you gonna do? So every time somebody mentions The Irishman, I watch The Irishman. Also, that might be very revealing of how much free time I have. But it's always on TV. And then I kind of just shut it off at whatever point it's on. And then the next time somebody mentions it, I start it back at that point just like Goodfellas, just like Shawshank Redemption, just like Nothing But Trouble. I don't know what's another one. You know? Anybody? Oh, what's this? Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Hacks, come on. I'm taking anybody. Anybody that wants to join, we got another half hour. We can go longer if you want. Anytime you want, come on. Ask to join. I figured out the fucking Instagram audio because I'm fucking brilliant, and all you guys can suck my dick.
I am sitting in a room full of fucking
Dumb and Dumber is another one.
idiots.
That's absolutely right. Dumb and Dumber. Ian Strong's here. We just did a podcast about a thing that I'm not going to say because I forgot that he wants to save it for a later date. But it's cool. Or can I say what it is? I don't know. It was a lot of fun. But like, what does he say? There's such a thing as too many options. Often I choose something familiar or nothing at all due to all my choices. That's a great point. Here, we got John here. Come on now. Get on now. Ah! Too much coffee. Here he is. Hey, buddy.
Hey,
How's it going?
Patty.
Hey, buddy. Oh, I think I figured out why Josh couldn't see comments earlier. I think he just closed it. How's it going, buddy?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
We got John Montag on the phone. I'm doing wonderful. We learned our word of the day today was edify, which I knew how to say, but I didn't know what it meant.
Does that make you an edophile? Hey.
Hey. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hang up. Hold on, let me get that.
And canceled forever.
Hold on, let me get on that drop real quick.
I don't want to hang up on you now. Please.
Am I
understand
sideways
this.
now?
Yeah. What happened? Yeah, you can go that way. It's fine.
I like being sideways.
How's the fam, dude?
Doing good. Doing good. I think I'm taking over on baby duty soon.
Ew, gross.
Working from home and get to watch her sleep while I try to work. It's pretty entertaining.
That's pretty
It
cool.
sounds creepy out of context.
In context, it is too. I mean, either
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
I think parents like saying creepy things is heartwarming to some people.
Oh,
But,
there's weird things that like I catch myself saying now too. Like she was just staring at me and I was like, "Oh, are you flirting with me?" And then I started thinking about it. I was like, "No, that's very weird. If she's flirting with me."
Yeah, this is not okay. You got to get off Pornhub, buddy. That's too close for you. Have you obviously it's one of those things. Oh yeah, as soon as you hold her in the arms, then the thing, and then everything changes. Blah blah blah, all that stuff. But is there still parts of you that still thinks like that? Like I know you were joking about like that, obviously. But is there like some things where you're like, oh no, I still think that way that I did before.
Yeah, it's weird. Like I'll catch. There was right after she was born, I was able to come home and grab a couple things, and I was driving along. And I saw it was like a mom and her daughter is probably like 6-7 years old and had long blonde hair. My daughter has blonde hair. And I was like, oh my God, that's what she's going to look like in a couple years. Like, oh, it's so cute. And I got so excited.
Yeah.
And then just beyond that walking was a bunch of tweens recording TikToks. And there was a girl with long blonde hair, dancing and being a whore. And I'm like, God damn it. She's also going to be that. So it caught me off guard. I went from so excited to see her grow up to God damn it, I'm going to have to stab someone at one point in their life.
Yeah. And
I got a lot of knives. So.
Yeah. Are you just sharp? Is that what you were doing? You were cleaning your knives before?
I spend most of my day cleaning pocket knives and hanging out.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's great. I'm too dumb for a gun, so I just keep getting drunk and buying knives off Instagram ads.
So this was the thing that I had for the longest time. I'm not pro anti-gun in a way. I'm too dumb. I think saying too dumb for guns is a great way to put it because I'm definitely. It's not one of those things. I'm not you can't have any guns, blah blah blah. But I'm also you don't really need a machine gun probably, and they're like, oh, the government. I get prepper shit up here too. There's plenty. Oh
yeah.
This is a AM FM radio right here, buddy. I get all transmissions.
Well, it goes pretty quickly. So I'm not anti-gun or anything. If you want to have a gun, that's great.
Right.
I'm too dumb for a gun. But then I also go to extreme. The other day, an ad came up online for essentially an assault rifle that only shoots out mace pellets. And it's it said it shoots within 5 feet. So I was looking around my house. I was like, I can't. There's never a time I can be outside of a 5 foot radius of somebody inside of my house. So if I shoot them, I'm essentially macing myself too. So then it's just both of us crying, and he's still robbing.
And now
my
he's
house.
just mad at you too. His adrenaline is even
Yeah.
higher because you've shot him, and he
Well, 'cause
doesn't
that-
feel
I was-
that.
Right. I was reading all the things, and it was like, it'll stop someone in their tracks. I was like, yeah, but you can, like, with a knife, you could still do this with your eyes closed. Like, you can still stab and swing a knife.
Well, that brings me to my next point. So I never had I've never had a gun in the house. I've never anything like that. But I've
Yeah.
always had like something that I always had as like my protection. Like, oh, this is my bat. I'll leave next to the door. This is my crowbar. This is
like golf clubs.
clubs, exactly. So, but another big one that I always had, and I always had on me, and this is a funny story about when I started doing comedy in like bigger cities like New York or Philly and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I would bring a fucking pocket knife with me because I'm like,
Yeah.
if shit goes down, I'm gonna have to cut a bitch. I'm acknowledging I could need protection, but I'm gonna wait until the issue gets right here, at least an arm's distance.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna, but in the same sense, I thought that the same sense of like for home protection, I was like, perfect. I got this knife. I'll put my knife here, and I'm like, first of all, I gotta hope I get it first,
Yeah.
and also hope that he doesn't have or she doesn't have a gun. 'Cause 2020. But also no training with a knife. No training with a knife. I would be going.
So- That's what I realized, and I have a bit I've been doing a lot lately is about this. That it's like I literally just have knives for intimidation. Like if anyone checked me on it, I'd have to fold the knife and just give it to them. Like at that point, it's their knife because again, I have no training either.
Right.
Like also, I just watched a video recently of a guy getting stabbed, and I was like, this looks terrible. Like I don't think I could.
I don't know if I could do that. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Like.
Oh my God! I'm sorry. Like, and like this is their head. I'm grabbing their head and I'm stabbing him in the neck. I'm sorry. Right. I'm so sorry. Like every bit of it would be like Pineapple Express like action scenes. It would just be us like being grossed out by it and being terrified. But like, that's the reality of it. Like it's when shit goes down. So I feel like, and again, this is.
I can take her.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
So I'm getting asked if I want to watch if I want to watch my child. No,
Jeez.
Never.
Do your part, John.
I'll just show you her feet. You guys don't. Oh no, you saw her head.
I'm just gonna wait.
Hello. Hi there. Congratulations. Oh yeah, she can't hear me, right?
Hey, she can't hear. I've been doing that. Like I was on a work call and they were congratulating her, and I'm like, God, answer him back.
Yeah, God, you're being so rude. Stop embarrassing me.
Damn it.
Don't worry. Yeah, and you're not on the YouTube feed or anything like that, so it's
no, you're good.
Yeah. But
no, the knife thing, it cracks me up. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like it's about what you're comfortable with when shit goes down. When shit goes down, it's about so this is what I was the thought I was getting to was like and this is please God, if you are a gun lover, please God know that I do not mean this as an insult, but are gun owners kind of bigger pussies? Because like we're admitting, because we're admitting that we don't want it to be violent, but we're like, but if it needs to be violent, we'll fucking make it fucking violent. You know what I mean? But like if it's a gun, they're like, stay over there. Yeah. Right?
There's so many I have tons of friends with guns. And I mean, I lived out in Harrisburg forever. It was like everyone you knew had 4 guns, I feel like, in their car.
Yeah.
And it always amazed me, like, every gun owner tells you about how great they are with gun safety. But, like, it's the same thing. Like, I can talk a big game until, like, one, I would have to keep it in a safe so that, like, when I'm drunk, I'm not twirling it on my finger.
Yeah.
Then I'd have to remember a code to get into that safe while someone's ransacking my house.
Yeah, panic. Yeah.
Right. My other fear is, like, if I just had a gun out, like, either my wife or me would just shoot each other. Because, like, I'm very jumpy. And, like, I'll fall asleep on the couch sometimes and, like, open the door and, like, she'll jump in bed or vice versa. It's very easy to be like, and then just unload a clip.
It's not funny, the concept of you shooting your wife.
No,
Trust me, that's not what I mean. That's not why I'm laughing so hard. But of you just going, like, reacting, going, ha!
Yeah.
Like,
let's say in this scenario, it's just like a graze situation. Like I graze his shoulder.
Her like going,
at
what
some
the
point,
fuck?
there's going to be that like, ooh, this, I'm never going to get out. Like this is going to be something that's brought up all the time.
Yeah.
Like in every argument. Like
we're going
you
back
didn't
to
do
no
this.
guns again. We're gonna go back
Well,
to
remember that time you shot me? Like you win. She then wins every argument.
yeah,
from then on.
because at least if she like it like startles you over there, like
Yeah.
it's like she would have to like you just know don't touch me on the shoulder because I'll fucking knife you. I'll fucking give you a fucking knife in the neck.
Yeah. And then it just turns into a civil war between me and my wife, guns versus knives. And nobody wants that.
No, I think there's definitely much like politics. I think you're the same way. I think a lot of people that are like kind of not just fed up, but like were and kind of don't put everything into that. Like put we're more people that put way less into it. I agree with this side a little bit more than this side. Yeah, sure, I get this, but we're like, yeah, what are we gonna do about it?
I don't know. I look at it with like, oh, sorry, I cut you off.
No. I was just saying.
Point.
No. I was just saying that like that. I feel like I'm that way with not just politics, but like even like the gun stuff and everything like that. Like,
yeah,
I personally have my own beliefs, but I don't know if I would ever go like marching in the street, especially as a guy who's saying I don't have any guns, and also I don't like people that have guns. Because the other people have guns and they disagree with you.
I'm in awe of people that have that much confidence in their like ideas or beliefs that they're like, nope, I only support this and I don't see the other side of it at all. Because like you said, like I'm that way on like soda versus water. I'm like, I can see why drinking soda is, it's good. Like it's a little treater once in a while, but like water is hydrating. Like I'll sit on the fence for any argument just because I don't have the confidence in myself to be like, nope, it's just this and you can't change because I'm very easily swayed.
Yeah. And that's like if you get swayed, like if you're like there was one guy that I wanted to vote for just because all of his ads were him working out. Did you see that? Eugene De Pasquale.
Can I change my vote now?
Dude, the first 2 or 3 ads that I saw for him were like him, like I am not exaggerating a little bit, John. Were him in a CrossFit gym.
Oh, you got me sold. I'm a
like
reformed CrossFit nerd.
Like doing like the jumpy things and like lift, like it was like a Bowflex commercial, but it was for like, I don't even know. It was that, and also like another thing about like how he tested some rape kits or something like that. Like I like this guy.
Which end of the test was he on?
Oh yeah, no, he was. He's like, we're gonna finally falsify. We're gonna finally find all these falsified goddamn rapes. None of these motherfuckers. It was all consent. No. He wasn't like that.
If she didn't want it, she wouldn't have been squatting that much. I don't know.
Untested rape kits. They were untested, and they were being held. And I don't actually know if he won or not. Oh, we don't know. Actually, none of us know, right? Or do we know if he won or not? I don't. See, that's what I'm saying. It's go vote. They're like, go vote, and it's like, all right. Fine, Joe Jorgensen, or what do you want?
I
wasn't going to do
that. I didn't know Joe Jorgensen was a female until a podcast yesterday.
Oh, really? And you're like,
nope,
no, taking my vote back.
Well, no, because on the Freeway podcast they were like, whoever it was voted for them was like, yeah. I thought he was a great candidate. And then the person was like, it's a female, right?
And you start laughing at him too, and you're like, wait.
It was that, and also I didn't know you'll love this because you're a squatcher, right? You're a Sasquatch enthusiast,
Hell
right?
Yes, brother.
I didn't know that Bigfoot, like that, the idea of Bigfoot is like a species. I thought that Bigfoot was a singular thing, and it's just the idea of it was that there's only one Bigfoot, and they pointed that it was on Nate Bargatze's podcast, and they pointed out, and they were like, how dumb are you? I'm like, God damn it, I'm that dumb because I heard foot. It wasn't big feets or big
footses. Yeah,
big footses. I was like, no, Bigfoot is just one, and he just migrates a whole lot to different areas.
No.
Then I was like, I can't beat myself up that I didn't know the details of a thing that probably isn't real.
Of a cryptozoological, like, I didn't know that the Jersey Devil was the 13th child.
Well, no, see, that's my argument is that the Jersey Devil is just one thing. It's not a breed of people. And then, like, the Loch Ness Monster, I assume there's just one Loch Ness Monster. Their argument was that Loch Ness Monster is a species, that there's multiple.
Oh, like it was a Loch Nessasaurus or whatever. Like that was like
Yeah.
a brand of
Like a monster.
I
It's
said
like a fungi.
a brand of dinosaur.
Yeah.
But I thought like, so what about chupacabras? Like, are chupacabras, are they?
See, because it's pluralized, I assume that they are a breed, not if you said, what about the chupacabra? I'd be like, yeah, there's just one.
I think
and we can't find it.
I don't know if I used the right term or not. Actually, I'm going to look this up real quick. I'm not going to
But
look
I love that, like, we're splitting hairs over a thing that most likely is not, like, none of
Yeah,
them are
but
real.
you can't know. Hold on. Is it, I'm going to put I don't even know how to spell chupacabra, to tell you the truth.
But then I also get mad because those are the same people that are like, well, it's
Cabra.
not Frankenstein. It's actually Frankenstein's monster.
Oh,
like,
God.
no, it's fucking Frankenstein. It's gone long enough that like a Band-Aid is a Band-Aid now. You don't have to do the whole, well, it's actually a brand. Like, no,
Kleenex is actually facial tissue.
Yeah. It like Frankenstein is the fucking bolts in the neck, green face, stitches.
Hold on. Let me find the I put a chupacabra. I put in the chupacabra, or what I thought. I was not that far off. So chupacabra. It says the chupacabra or chupacabras. So it says both.
Yeah.
So there are. I think this is a breed. The goat sucker.
Okay. So yeah.
So okay. So
Just goat sucker.
are all are all of them like breeds, like all cryptids except for the Jersey Devil? Obviously the Jersey Devil isn't, but
because it's 100% real and it was just one.
Yeah, holy shit. And honestly, Jersey Devils, they did it right. That is so.
But shouldn't
that's
they
what
be
the team
Jersey
is,
Devil? They're pluralized.
Yeah.
I mean, that's essentially what it's named after.
That's fucking crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on a second.
I'm glad that
Look,
we full circled this into somehow hockey talk, man.
trust me. This is you. You were overdue for being a guest. We had Charles as a guest, and that was wonderful. If we could get you and Charles as a guest,
I'm in.
And we're all talking hawk. Oh my god. But this is crazy. So
yeah,
Jersey is the only team that has the only professional team, like not like AHL or like the more minor leagues. Not that they're not professional, but like the major league team, right? Named their team after a cryptid. But it's the only cryptid that apparently we're finding out that is not considered a breed or a species of cryptid.
Yeah.
But they're the only ones that pluralized it.
Yeah.
Like, so, like, there is I think it is in Florida. I believe it's the Florida Everblades with a B.
Yeah.
Have alternate jerseys that are the skunk apes, which is Florida's breed of Sasquatch. So yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That the New Jersey and honestly, the New Jersey Devil sounds way fucking tougher.
It does, yeah, because New Jersey Devil, you sound like I feel like that's a move that they do like on a foreign sports team where it's like it doesn't fully translate to English, so it's like Arsenal. I mean, that's English. That was a dumb example.
Like the Lakers,
But they're not the Arsenals.
Yeah, exactly. It's like how like
I'm trying to think of any pro teams in the U.S. that are not pluralized.
The Tampa Bay Lightnings.
No, I always call them Lightnings.
Oh, fuck. Okay, yeah, you're right. That's my bad. What about?
Well, yeah, because I'm thinking like Devil Rays. They're Rays.
This is. I know that this is probably like a. I don't know. Oh, the Kraken.
Oh yeah,
the Seattle Kraken.
They don't. You can't fully see. Now I think they're just trying to get cute. Krakens would be.
The Krakens.
I would say Krakens. Yeah.
But then it sounds like leftover after like a Baltimore feast. You get the cracklings, or you get all.
I don't know, like, because then if you go in the same thing, like I'm pretty sure Seattle, they're the originally Seattle Supersonic. No, it's always been pluralized. It's Supersonics.
Yeah. You know what I say? I just say,
fuck them.
Fuck them. Pluralize it all, baby.
Fuck them. Pluralize it all. Fuck it. We'll pluralize it live. You are on headphones, right? I didn't just shout, fuck it. We'll pluralize it live in front of your child, right? Okay, good.
Oh, no, the baby has heard many a dirty word.
Yeah, good. And I have shared all of those pictures of your baby on like public baby forums on Reddit.
Oh, good.
I hope you know that.
Yeah.
I know you were a little weird about it.
With
earlier
address. I'm glad I included the address.
Oh, yeah. I actually included that picture of the front of your house during Halloween. At Halloween time, did you actually dress up as anything?
No, I just built a candy tube. And
Perfect opportunity. Did you see that before you did it, or did you think of that first? Be honest.
The candy tube? No, it was 100%. I think my wife saw it was a Pinterest idea.
Brilliant. It's a brilliant idea.
And it was a reason for me to get drunk. It turned into a game. So for anyone that's listening, I just got a huge PVC tube, wrapped it in black and orange duct tape, and ran it down to the sidewalk so I could just drop candy to kids.
Yeah.
And it ended up being like a game. I was like, put your bucket down in the end. I'm gonna see how much I can land. And I was like
no, fuck
launching
it.
Candy down.
Put it down. Put it down.
Yeah.
Step back. 6 feet.
And then I was getting pretty drunk, and I had offered a couple parents a beer. I was like, can I send a beer down there to you guys? They're like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, come on, I know you're drinking.
The kid's looking into the thing, and it's the beer just shoots up in his face.
Hawks him right in the eye.
Oh man, that's fucking crazy. I think I can't believe you passed up an opportunity to dress up like a ninja. Like you could have had it. Did you wear a mask, or were you that was the point? You were 6 feet away. That wasn't the thing. I was thinking this whole thing.
I think I did. I did put a. If anyone came up with a mask on, I pulled mine up just because I was like, see, that's the kind of person I am. Same thing with the mask thing. When everyone's like, I see both sides of the argument too much. So the only time if other people have it up, I run all the time and I'll wear one of those neck gaiter things.
Yeah.
It's never up. And if I see someone with it, I'll pull it up just because I'm like, I think my whole persona is just avoid confrontation.
Yeah. Essentially, you're like, yeah, I'll just match your energy, dude, whatever it is. Don't bring up mask around Manny. Manny hates it. He's very anti-mask right now.
Anti-maskiago. I like
anti-maskiago. He's very pro. I don't know what he is. Are you, Manny? Are you pro or anti Manny or the mail-in voting? Is that a thing with him? I don't know if he's because I think it's funny that one of my favorite memes so far in the past couple of days has been the I know you know the you know the one of Eric Andre, and he's leans over and he's shooting Hannibal, and it says whatever, and it was a thing of me saying telling people not to vote by mail, and then him going why aren't I getting any mail-in votes? And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh no, come on, Manny, come on.
Have fun, Manny. Manny, known Trump supporter, known Hispanic Trump supporter.
Yeah, just like Jorge
Manny
Masvidal.
Santiago.
Much like
he spent enough time in Mike O'Donnell's basement with guns and arcade games that he's just obsessed with Trump.
You podcast enough with Mike O'Donnell, you're gonna get there, and that's why.
Yeah, there's more than 3 "Make America Great Again" hats in that house. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the first one's a joke. We all get it. Ha ha ha. Second one, okay, yeah, you got to get the new one right. But did you have to get a new nice one? What you have your going out one? 8 more years. Okay.
They don't sell them in bulk. It's not like a buy 2 get 1.
This is.
They?
I don't know. They might. I see.
I know. Wait, it might have been I bought this hat recently, and the company accidentally sent me 2 of the same hat.
What?
So
double hat day?
Double Phillies hat. Yeah.
The same one?
I bought myself a hat, and then my daughter her first Phillies hat. So now she has 2 first Phillies hats.
Oh, they sent 2 of those too?
Yeah, it was the same, and I thought they double charged me, but I was like, you know what, this is just some good karma coming back my way.
That's awesome.
Really good karma was I would have alerted them that they sent me a duplicate order, but no, I'm not that good of a person.
I did it once. I ordered a custom jersey once from I think it was NFL.com. It was a Jets jersey that had my last name on it and I had number 86 on it, right?
Okay.
That's what I wanted. So it was it was 86 or 63. Either one, whatever it was, but on the jersey itself they had the numbers on the arms and they had the number on the back, the front, whatever. And on one of the arms it was backwards.
Nice.
So instead of 86 it was 68 or whatever the fuck it was, and it was and I told them about it and they're like, "All right, we'll just send you another one." We were like, "Do you want this one back?" They're like, "No."
I love that when they do the math and they're like, it's not, what are we going to do with it?
Free jersey that fucking sucks. And I was like, I can roll the fucking sleeves. Then I was like, wait, do I really need a new jersey then? But I was like, fuck, 2 jerseys. Yeah.
You should have cut the sleeves off the other one and made a badass.
Oh, yeah, I still can.
I thought you were gonna say you went to order a Jets jersey and they just responded back and they're like, "Are you sure that you want?"
They just sent me a full garbage bag.
They just send you a Giants jersey and they're like, "We know you meant Giants."
Yeah. But no, that's the weirdest thing. Like that was the team that I picked when I was like into football and shit like that. Like that was the one I followed, and I'm not into football anymore. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's probably why.
No, it's more of a thing of like I'm not into football, but I think there was just a time. I think fantasy football was the thing for me. That's what like got me. So like once I was doing that, I was like, oh, I got to pick a team that I like, right?
Yeah.
Like everybody has a team. I couldn't just be only the fantasy football guy. But I feel like,
Yeah.
but that is kind of a thing now. I feel like, but I wasn't that good at it.
No, I think I got into fantasy football for long enough just because I'm a 34-year-old white guy. Like I was just the demographic, and I
like
was
gambling.
always so I'm not in the big gambler. I thought it was just what I had to do in my 20s.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, everyone that I know does this, and then I was so bad at it that I think this is the third year now of not doing any fantasy sports, and I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, it's I the only one I actually kind of enjoyed was fantasy hockey, but I did work for that like I was a coach. I was looking at numbers, I was looking at statistics, I was doing daily trades.
Well, it's daily.
Moves,
That's
fucking like yeah.
I did 2 years of fantasy baseball because I love baseball, and any more reason to watch it, I'm in for.
Yeah,
and it literally became like a side job for me.
yeah.
It was taking away from my actual job that made me actual money.
Right.
Because I was having to look at like baseball always sucked too because it literally is daily. So
right.
You wouldn't start somebody and then they'd be like a last second scratch before the game.
How did they do pitchers for that? Was that like a thing where they did like was it like goalies where like you get a couple like different ones?
Yeah, you had you had a pitching staff essentially.
Yeah.
I only remember it was so long ago.
Yeah, see,
there you go.
That's what I'm saying is I enjoyed it, but then I was like, I think what this means is I would really like to coach my child's hockey team one day. I think that's what that's what I think this is going to translate to of like, oh, this is more fun of like kind of seeing how it works, of like understanding it ahead of time, like and like not saying like, oh, this is, but like I fucking was successful. I was good at fantasy hockey. Like I was always top 3 minimum. But like fantasy football, it was luck of the draw. They'd be like, "Oh, this person's not playing today," and I'd be like, "But they were playing like fucking 20 minutes ago." And they're like, "Oh, well, they just released a report." And I was like, "This isn't fun anymore." This is
in
like
hockey. They never give the specifics. They're always like lower body injury.
Yeah, lower body, like upper body, whatever it is. But I don't know, man.
Body injury.
Yeah, they just have a body injury. I don't know what it was, but like there is. And also not finding enough people that were as into it as I was to like keep up with it and do it. So I was like, all right, well then fuck it.
I think the only thing I liked about fantasy was like all the shit talk. So I'm still in like a group chat with people I used to play fantasy football with. So it just turned into like the shit talk in there is now just a daily throughout the year shit talk about anything.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, it's a wonderful opportunity to learn more about a sport, and that's the thing is I should have realized it at that point, but I was way into hockey way more than football. I was not doing that same research. So, but
I'd like to hope that you take, like you said, you made it realize you just want to coach your kid's team one day, but I hope that you bring like some of that approach, like like you show up to the draft for the local hockey league shit faced and just eating chicken wings. Like, this is how we did it when I played fantasy.
No.
You're trading your kid's friends mid-season.
He fucking stinks.
Did you cut a kid from the team? Like, yeah, he wasn't producing.
He wasn't pulling his weight.
That'd be incredible if you could cut kids from like an 8-year-old hockey team.
I started buying clothes like specifically so I could coach in them. Like this is what I'll wear on the ice. This is what I'm going to do to intimidate the other coach. Like I got
all
the
I
whole.
own is tracksuits at this point. So
I'm gonna be like a gaslighting Tortorella. I'm going to be passive aggressive Tortorella, not like straight up aggressive Tortorella.
I love it.
Yeah.
Tortorella always sounded like a great Italian dish to me too.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
John, I want to thank you so much for being here. We hit our 2-hour mark here. I appreciate you coming on and chatting.
Thanks for having me.
You are absolutely welcome back. If you ever want to be on the video here, I'll probably have a graphic of your picture or something here while we're talking. But
Cool.
I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate you
Make
joining
a
in the
graphic
chat.
of me pitting out.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, that'll be the one.
All right, cool.
But tell anybody if you got any shows coming up or where they can follow you. Like I think you're on the Hacks account officially here, but if you're
Hacks Comedy Golf on Instagram. Pat and I are kind of game planning season 2. I'm still on lockdown after arrival of the baby, but starting to try to line some stuff up. So any comics watching this, if you want to come on and golf and bullshit, we're gonna try to mix it up. We're working on an indoor possible virtual golf facility. So yeah, that's Hack season 2. Other than that, shows, I don't know. I haven't done comedy. I did one open mic down the street from me at the Cooper River, which was fucking great. But I'm still trying to keep away from people because apparently, like, I'm a bad dad if I just get my kid deathly ill. So
yeah, that might be bad. Yeah, you may not.
Yeah.
That's the hey, that's the give and take of parenthood. But
I'd said that after an open invitation for any comedian to come be within 3 feet of me on a golf course.
To contact us, like you can contactless us at either DM me, either comment below. Let anybody, if you want to be on there. Honestly, like we are versatile. We've done mini golf, we've done go-karts. I mean, that was the same episode, but we've also done driving ranges, full all of them are half of they're only 9 holes really, but it's a lot of fun, and the course we play at is a lot of fun, and they're really cool. So definitely check out other episodes here if you're on YouTube. Check out other episodes on the playlist, Hacks playlist. Season 1's all there. We got the pilot episode all the way through the Peggy episode, Peggy and Ryan episode. So check that out, man. And thanks again, man. And I just want to let you know. Hold on. Again, I get to use it.
I don't want to hang up on you now. Please, understand
thanks
this.
for having me on, buddy.
Thanks, buddy. Oh, John Montag, wonderful man. I want to thank anybody that continued and stuck around. There's been people in and out all night, all day. I'm fucking hungry and I've had a lot of coffee. I got a lot of coffee on an empty stomach right now. But I appreciate everybody sticking around on Instagram Live at Baby Mermaids Productions, live here, Baby Mermaids Productions on YouTube. I'm going to love you guys forever, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for watching.